So we're gonna do something a little bit different today. What I wanna do is show you just really quickly how to take a testimonial that you got from a customer or client that you think isn't that great and how to make it a little bit better. So what you see here on the screen is I've got opened up my video editor. Now, before we jump into it, I just want to show you certain things that you can do depending on whatever you use. And don't get caught up with the software. If you're not big into editing, you can use stuff that's on your phone. You can use whatever is available to you. What I'm going to do is I've taken a bad testimonial and I'm going to throw this down on the timeline that you see down here, and I'm going to just add a few things to it to make it a little bit better. And I'm going to see if I can do it in 5 minutes for you to show you that it doesn't take all that much just to make something that's bad into something that's a little bit better. So let's do this. I've got a timer we'll set it up on the screen here so you can see it, but I've got one off the screen. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down that first track and then I'm going to show you what I would do to make it a little bit better. So what I'm going to do now is throw my headphones on, because I always like to edit with my headphones on, and I'm going to hit start on this timer and we are going to fly through this. All right, so here we go in 3, 2, 1. Timer is starting. So first thing you want to do is I want to take the actual clip, throw it on the timeline. Next thing you do, right, is you know that there's going to be a lot of noise and people talking and boring stuff, so you're going to want to actually add music to it. So I got my music clip here. Now you're always going to want the music clip to be much lower than the actual volume that people are speaking so that they can hear it. All right, now the other thing that we can always do, every video should have this, is you can add a call to action. So I'm going to add a call to action here. I'm going to just add a quick text, say something like get started now, right? Really simple. What I'll do is I'll just center this up for you guys too to make it look okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, good. Just fix this up, get this centered. All right, close enough, right? So we put the call to action at the end. Now what we want to do is we also want to listen to what they say and add text questions in there, because that can make a big difference. All right, so what I'll do is I'll add my first text question right in here, and I'll move these. Okay, so I'll move these clips out of the way. Just take something here. And to get the question, sometimes what you do is you listen to what they say ahead of it, and then you can add that to where the question comes from. So listen to what they say here.
We want to share our website development experience. It was really such
don't need that, right? So I'm going to cut that. We don't need to talk about them sharing. We want to talk about what's next. So whatever they say here.
After launching our website and the service and support, it was really such a pleasure working.
Okay, so then they said it was really a pleasure, so I could just say, example, I'm flying through this. What's your experience with them? Okay, again, not pretty, not spelled right, but you guys are getting the idea, right? Come on. Again, it doesn't fit, but maybe we can get this in. Close enough. Good enough, right? That's the idea. And then we'll listen for the next one.
Excellent.
I'm going to go fast here. Okay, so there's one. So I can add a question. They talked about deadline, right? So the next question could basically be, did they meet your deadline? Right, so you get the idea, right? So that's kind of really what we're looking at here. Oh, lost my call to action. And you go through and you listen to each thing that they say, and then you add a question in between. And that's really simple. So right off the bat, you can hear what we've got going on here.
Hi, I'm Kathy, and he's Nick. It was really such a pleasure working with them.
Now that's obviously a lot longer than it needs to be, like this section here. So if there's too much time, right, you can drag that back. Let's make this like 3 seconds. Good enough. And so you can kind of see where I'm going with this. Again, we'll clean this stuff up, right? Again, this is not centered by any stretch of the imagination or anything like that. But that's what you do. You just take these, and this is a simple way to break something up where it's not really that great to begin with and just make it a little bit better. So let's add one more question in there.
This is very important for new businesses.
They don't need that. They know it's important, right? So let's remove that. And that's the other thing. Is you go through and there's clips that you don't need. Be ruthless. As long as you're not changing the story of what's going on, be ruthless with your editing to clean things up. So let's see what they say here.
And helped us get things started right on time.
We did hit the road running with a great...
Okay, so that's kind of the idea. We can just keep adding extra questions in here. And I think I removed this. Okay, and so what I'll do is I'll have the music kind of end here. And that's really kind of the basic idea. We're about 4 minutes in. Now, what else I would do? I mean, there's a lot more I would do to obviously clean this up, but I would adjust the volume. So anytime there's a question, I would raise the volume up so that it comes up in here, then it drops down when they're talking, then the volume comes back up with the question, and so on and so forth to the call to action, and they raise it up. And then at the end, either you match the end of this with the end of the song, or you fade it out. I like to match the end of the song. It's a little more work, but you can fade it out. And that's basically the idea of what you could do. You could take some really bad testimonials and you can make them just a little bit better. Now, you will never be able to really fix an actual horrible bad testimonial to make it perfect, but you can make it better through some editing. And this is really simple, really standard. So, right, have some text questions to break it up, have some music in there, and if you want, you can do something cool, right? You can add a transition or something in between the questions, or something like that as well. So let's just throw something in here just real quick to kind of give you an example. All right, so we throw a transition in here.
And he's next.
Right, so that's the idea. Again, not the transition I would use, but really, honestly, that's what you can do to make your testimonial videos really work and get everything working even better for you. Look at that, right on time too. How cool is that? That's you hear the beeper. So we're right on time in the 5 minutes.
Hi, I'm Kathy and he's Nick. We want to share our website development experience. It was really such a pleasure working with them actually. During the development and after launching, our website and the service and support was excellent. They finished the project within the deadlines we fixed. This is very important for new businesses and helped us get things started right on time.
We did hit the road running with a great website and their SEO service. We thank them for their continuous support and would recommend them to anyone looking for web design, e-commerce and SEO service.
Hi, I'm Kathy and he's Nick. It was really such a pleasure working with them. During the development and after launching, our website and the service and support was excellent. They finished the project within the deadlines we fixed and helped us get things started right on time.
We did hit the road running with a great website and their SEO service. We thank them for their continuous support and would recommend them to anyone looking for web design, e-commerce and SEO service.
Let's go.
Now, I flew through this, not teaching how to do it, but there's a lot of power into doing this, and it's the kind of thing where it's going to take a testimonial that's or really bad and make this better. So hopefully this is helpful, and if you have any questions on this, let me know.